Niente, in partenza avevamo avuto due problemi, tra cui, come si vede, la piegatura di uno stelo del foil, per cui non abbiamo più la regolazione dell'incidenza del foil per via idraulica, ma abbiamo fatto tutti dei sistemi di cime, insomma ci arrangiamo un po'.
This is the World on Water for January 17, and we start with the Australian Laser Championships, Day 5. The 18th Royal Langkawi Regatta, Day 5. The last day of the 5.5 Championships off Newport in Sydney. We look at boat builders, Royal Houston. The last day of the Australian Optis. The Australian Youth Championship started in Victoria. Giovanni Soldini is on the Cape Town-Rio Race having trouble, and the Clipper Race is in the Whitsundays. And now over to the lasers.
It's really nice actually. We just came here with the 4 Dutch girls just before the event, and obviously it's a nice warming up for the world, so we try to learn a bit about the venue. I think we get a bit of everything, so it's really good to be here. And I think the organization does an awesome job. It's so easy with the launching, with the sailing, so it's really nice being here. Yeah, well, many Aussies and yeah, a lot of foreigners as well. I think everybody uses this as a pre-world warming up. But yeah, today I got my ass kicked by the other Dutch girl, so that was not so much fun, but hopefully I can beat her tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a really good fleet. We got like 70 full rigs, which is the biggest nationals I've ever done. International guys, it's great having them out here, obviously getting ready for the Worlds. And I think as I was telling you earlier, it's kind of like a very tough qualifying feat at the Worlds. So it's really good practice for the main event in a few weeks' time. So that was pretty good for me. I had a second in the first one, kind of lost to Tom Saunders on the last run. Next one I was second around the top, and then just put the brakes on the run and got sucked back into the pack for a 7, I think. And then last one, despite having a pretty good first beat, it ended up being really close at the top. We had like 15 guys all battling it out on the last run, and it really was a tight race the whole way around. So I think I ended up getting another 7. So it was consistent. I can't complain. So yeah, hopefully puts me in contention for tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Our boat here is a racing class in IRC racing, so as a result you need to be quite proficient in sailing. So we take sailors who have come through Optimist into 29er, 49er, laser, others, and to participate at a high level. And for us it's very important that every team in this sailing takes on younger sailors. So our team has taken on, I think we have 5 people under the age of 24, but other teams, similar situation.
Today's races are excellent. We started off in the morning with about 10 knots, 12 knots. We set the cruising boats on a course going right the way down around some islands, and then we managed to get in 3 windward leeward courses for the faster yachts, especially the racing class. We're now getting very close to the end of the regatta. We've got 1 day to go. For the racing classes and the top class, we've got 1 race left, so it should make it fairly easy on the last day. We've had some great racing, some great conditions all week. The good thing about this regatta is we race not only in the inshore area, but offshore as well, and we also go around a lot of islands.
First time here in Australia, and the conditions are amazing. We really enjoy it. It was a light wind, Swiss wind, Swiss condition, and we appreciate maybe light wind because we are light crew. We had a nice start. We were lucky with the light wind. We were maybe the only boat to have a pressure at the start, and then we had a nice gap with the fleet, and then GBR 40 came fast on the second upwind, and then we had at the second upwind mark a big shift. It was really close, and when we put the spinnaker on, a big right came and we jibed. It was done with GBR.
Race we found very hard. We got on the wrong side of the course and we really had no speed in the light air, and then of course we had an hour's delay, so it's been a long day on the water. The pin with good speed, it's the top of mark, and we tacked out almost immediately, and then we crossed the fleet and continued to get lifted for most of the leg, and got a little righty at the end and easily made the weather mark, and had good upwind speed and managed to keep in front. It's a very fun race.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 2020 Musto Australian Opti National Championships. I'm here with our champion, Joel Beashel, all of 11 years of age. Mate, what a regatta and what a final day.
Yeah, it was really fun. I'd like to thank Maddie and Aaron and all the competitors for good competition.
Yeah, so the last race in particular, there was a big left-hand shift.
Yeah.
On the first work. Where were you positioned on the course?
I was around the middle to the right. I was kind of wondering where all my competitors were.
It was tight and it was really good-natured, competitive stuff. And mate, it's pretty impressive. I mean, 11 years of age. Do you want to thank any of your coaches, parents?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my parents and Rob Brewer,
yep,
coaching, and my dad for coaching me as well.
Here with our first female competitor, Samara Walsh, all the way from the United States. Very nearly got the Open title as well. How'd you find the racing out there today?
It was good. It was very shifty, but it was a good breeze, and yeah, it was very competitive.
That last race, there was a big left-hand shift up the first work, and I think a few people got caught out. Where were you? You were in the middle of the course, basically.
Yeah, I started in the middle, and I tacked a little later, so I was in the middle, but I kind of got a little caught off on the right.
Yeah, but managed to pop out okay in the end. So where to next? Obviously, the Worlds are a chance, obviously, in Garda?
Yeah, maybe. I have to qualify first.
Yeah, right, okay. So you go back to the US and you'll qualify for that?
Yeah, in April.
In April. Awesome, awesome. That wraps up our coverage here of the 2020 Musto Australian Optimus Championships. It's been a fantastic event here at the Royal Yacht Club of Victoria, and we'll see you soon.
Well, today we've got winds forecast between 15 to 20 knots. I think it'll be flat waters. Our course is really close to this point, just behind us, and I think it'll make for some good racing.
Yesterday, it's a bit of a southerly front sort of came through, and that sort of stuck in for most of the day today. And we had nice 15, 20 knots, 20 plus at times out there. So certainly kept everyone on their toes.
Yeah, well, wind is definitely our condition. We love a bit of breeze. I think for the Barrier, the big bit was just getting around, keeping a lot of speed. We had the 420s coming, so a bit of dodging when we got down to the bottom of the course. But yeah, just keeping fast and keeping moving for sure.
There's a lot of times kind of just hanging on and hoping you don't fall in or nosedive or go around the bow. It's a bit iffy, but yeah, it's lots of fun.
In Singapore, we don't get winds above 12 knots very often. So this is a very rare experience for us to be sailing in such strong winds.
We did the regatta before this, the 29 Championships. Yeah, and this will be our last regatta in Melbourne.
Tomorrow we're expecting lighter breeze again, same direction, but only being about sort of that 10 to 12 knot mark. So once again, shifty offshore conditions, less breeze. So it's going to be more testing than today. Not as physical, of course, but more of a mental challenge, definitely.
week overall. I think there were 17 foreign countries represented, so it was a very international nationals. I'm pretty happy with my performance. I think I ended up coming 5th overall, 2nd Australian. I lost Brody today. It was awesome to get some exposure to the best girls in the world in the next Worlds venue. No, it's really awesome. We've got heaps of volunteers here helping out with the launching of the boats, the hosing, the retrieval of dollies, and I think it's really important, especially at the moment with the current situation in Australia and with water shortages, that they kept everyone's hosing down, very minimal but efficient, so the boats aren't going to fall apart. We're also not using all the water.
Yeah, being the first regatta major regatta after being selected, that it does feel a little bit different. I think sort of the mentality now switches a lot to what's going to happen in July, August with the games. So sort of I guess all these events are kind of working on things that we haven't quite got right and we want to get right come July. So it's more of a learning mindset, I guess, in some sense, but obviously we still want to go out and win events, and obviously the World Championships is still an extremely important event for the year.
Yeah, this was my first big win in the Australian Championships, and yeah, I'm really happy about it, especially with the very tough competition we've had throughout this week.
Winning girls for the 4th year in a row, it's bragging rights, but unfortunately I'm a little bit too small to actually move into the radial. I've just been stuck in 4.7, which is fun. Like the fleet, it's good to see the fleet change as well, because obviously I'm one of the oldest in the fleet. I've seen like the dynamic change. It's interesting, yeah.
Ciao a tutti, terzo giorno di regata che incomincia, abbiamo avuto le ultime 24 ore un po' difficili, con onda e vento abbiamo visto che l'off-water è molto veloce, è riuscita a fare una rotta più bassa vicino all'alta pressione, quindi è uscito con un angolo di strambata migliore, ha preso un bel vantaggio, però noi oggi abbiamo fatto un'altra mossa tattica, anche noi abbiamo tagliato via una strambata e quindi siamo riusciti a dimezzare il nostro ritardo. Ci aspetta le prossime 24 ore con venti stabili intorno ai 14-15 nodi e poi nei giorni prossimi la situazione meteo si complica molto. Noi teniamo duro e come al solito a canna morta.
Welcome everybody. So it's race 5. This is the Whitsundays Heart of the Great Barrier Reef prize giving. Leg 4 UNICEF charity champion is Julie Hood from Qingdao. The media award goes to Ian Griffiths, WTC Logistics. Currently, 3rd place goes to Go to Bermuda. 2nd place, Imagine Your Career. The winners race 5, Hailong Bay, Vietnam.